Welcome back, everybody, to the Kriya Yoga Online YouTube channel. Today we're going to take a moment to discuss a way of learning Kriya Yoga, and this is related to the Kriya Yoga Apprenticeship course, which is offered through www.kriyayogaonline.com. Now, as of this recording, we're about halfway through the current year, and at the beginning of every year, a new Kriya Yoga apprenticeship course begins. So individuals have already begun applying for that course. And the reason I decided to do this video was because as I was working on the Kriya Yoga podcast, I came upon some interviews that I had done with Eugene Davis a few years ago. And in one of those interviews, he discussed teaching Kriya Yoga. And he discussed how many people think that Kriya Yoga really is simply a meditation technique, and how individuals would write to him from all over the world saying, "Can you teach me Kriya Yoga?" And then they would be surprised when he would write back and describe what complete Kriya Yoga practice included, which essentially is a shift in how you live your life and think and structure your days, and it's much more than a meditation technique, but individuals are surprised to learn that. And one of the reasons I was inspired to do the Kriya Yoga apprenticeship course was to provide a 2-year course of learning so individuals who sincerely want to know how to practice Kriya Yoga can get the best foundation possible in the philosophy and in the lifestyle routines required to master the Kriya Yoga meditation techniques, which leads one to higher realizations, greater clarity of consciousness, and hopefully an understanding of spiritual matters, more clarity within their own spiritual awareness. Now, I began this program about 3 years ago, again, as of this recording. So in that time, I've worked with around 75 to 100 people who have begun the process. And since this is a 2-year program, that means that, of course, people are going to begin, and many are going to take it very seriously, and others are going to find that it's not for them and they fall away. However, I've been really happy to witness those individuals who have made it to the end, who've completed the 2-year portion of the program. And they've learned how to study and read the principles within the Bhagavad Gita as it relates to one's spiritual practice, how to study, read, comprehend the text of the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. They've participated in the monthly online gatherings, asking questions to refine their meditation practice. And those individuals who have made it to the end of year 2 and stayed with it. I don't like to be proud about things, but I do have to say I am proud of those individuals, because in their emails and their communications when I've met with them in person, it's very clear that they're doing the work that needs to be done to again clarify their awareness, to experience the ideal of Kriya Yoga practice. So, if you have an interest in learning Kriya Yoga, I would recommend going to www.kriyayogaonline.com, and there is a tab there for the Kriya Yoga apprenticeship course. Read over that and scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page where there's a little button where you can download an application. And it's a 12-page application. And again, I do this because, as you may know, if you have any experience with individuals, communicating with individuals on the internet, some people are what Mr. Davis, my Kriya Yoga teacher, would call shoppers. They're just kind of browsing, they're perusing, they're not really serious. So I made a 12-page application so you would know exactly what you're getting into with the Kriya Yoga apprenticeship course. So anyway, go to that page, scroll down, download the application, read over it, and if it is for you, if you feel that you could learn through this method, feel free to apply. And usually applications start coming around October, but this year they've started coming in much earlier. I do review all of the applications personally in the fall, at least in the Northern Hemisphere in the fall, before the next class begins. And around 25 individuals are accepted to the program each year. Now, on years when it's possible, we do conclude the program with an in-person retreat, and we've been able to host those at Center for Spiritual Awareness, which is where I learned Kriya Yoga, which is the center begun by my spiritual teacher and Kriya Yoga teacher Eugene Davis. And that is for the purpose of meditating together, to have that experience of retreating from the world. And within that retreat, individuals are welcome to participate in the Kriya Yoga initiation process, again, assuming they've completed the training of the Kriya Yoga Apprenticeship Program. Now, for each year, year one of the apprenticeship program is about 8 months long, and includes about 27 audio and video classes, and then a live Q&A webinars and meditation sessions between January and August. Year two is 6 months long, and it consists of 24 audio and video classes, and again also has live Q&A sessions once a month for the purpose of reviewing material and making sure you understand what's going on. But this is about you. It's not about becoming part of a group. It's not about becoming part of an organization. The people who thrive within this process are those who are self-motivated. They have an inspiration, they have a drive, they have a longing, they have a calling towards this work, and they're willing to, whether anyone else knows about it or not, to every day get up and practice their meditation techniques and commit to living a life which supports the best expression of those meditation techniques. And there are many other ways of learning Kriya Yoga, so please don't think that I'm saying that this is the only method. Of course it's not. It depends on your temperament. While I've not had any experience with Self-Realization Fellowship, usually individuals who are a little more religiously minded or church-centric tend to thrive more, say with SRF, or even Ellen Grace O'Brien Center in California. And Ellen Grace O'Brien is a student of Roy Eugene Davis, who, as you know, is a student of Paramahansa Yogananda. She also seems to be a little more church-centric. Center for Spiritual Awareness is a wonderful place to learn. Of course, Mr. Davis did pass and is no longer there teaching, but it is being run by students of his and individuals, Ron Lindon and Kathleen and his wife Willie and others who spent their whole life, just like Mr. Davis, committed to the practice and committed to the work. Yogananda has started an organization, or has an organization. He's not around anymore either, also a student of Yogananda's, the Ananda organization. Anyway, I don't need to keep telling you about where you can go to learn this. You can find a way that is suitable to your temperament. But if you have studied the material on the YouTube channel Kriya Yoga Online, if you've read any of my books, Kriya Yoga Vichara, Kriya Yoga Continuing the Lineage of Enlightenment, A Course in Tranquility, Mahavatar Babaji in the Garden of Faith, and you feel that you could benefit from this kind of personal, self-motivated study, please feel free to go download the Kriya Yoga Apprenticeship application, review it, read it, and make sure your application is thorough. I mean, I want to know why you want to learn this. I want to know why you're choosing this avenue versus any other avenue that's available to you to learn Kriya Yoga. Be sure to review the videos on this channel so you know the style and delivery that you're likely to get. And then those of you who feel the inspiration that it is right for you, that you're willing to do the work, well, I look forward to seeing you next year as the program begins. So, thank you for taking the time to listen, and we'll be in touch.